Hi everyone, my name is Rachel, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is where I make scrapbooking process videos and also do live scrap and chats every month. I hope you enjoy my little corner of the big crafty world, and if you'd like to watch more, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell to always know when I have a new video. If you could also give me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. Alright everyone, let's start scrapping! Hello everyone, and welcome to Heather B's Daydream Birthday Hop. This is a YouTube hop a bunch of the ladies who are designers for the My Little Scrapbook design team are doing. Now we are all using the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Daydream line for this hop, and so I know Michelle still has Daydream over in her shop. Currently, she's in the middle of moving, so her shop is not completely up to date and she's not shipping right now. But if you message her about when she'll start shipping, she's super responsive over on Facebook. So make sure you give her a little shout out over there if you have any questions about Daydream. I also know she's going to be getting Cocoa Vanilla's new Christmas line, which is called Merry and Bright, and I believe she said that will be arriving in early December. So if you have any interest, you should head on over. Speaking of heading on over, don't forget to head on down into the description box. There will be links to all of the videos the ladies of the design team are putting together. All right, not only am I working on the Daydream, sorry, Ms. Xanthi is trying to join us here, the Daydream YouTube hop for My Little Scrapbook store, I'm also playing along with a challenge for an online crop I participated in. It was a crop put on by Victoria Marie, and so this was a recipe challenge, so I need to use 3 pieces of pattern paper, enamel dots, die cuts, and a dimensional element, and then the other option was chipboard, but you were allowed to substitute one of the elements, and I am substituting a doily for chipboard. So I have my 3 pieces of pattern paper, my die cuts, my dimensional element, which is this fabric heart, which is, they're gorgeous. I'm like, oh, absolutely fabulous. They've got a little bit of gold thread in there, and they're just ridiculously cute. And all of my enamel dots as well. All right, so I've got everything. Make sure you check out, as I said, all of the other My Little Scrapbook store design team members in the description box below. So let's go ahead and let's get scrapping. All right, so today I've got 3 photos, 1 4x6 and 2 3x4s. And I'm just going to take all of my embellishments and kind of just put them off to the side because I haven't 100% decided what I'm going to do. I had a bit of a thought, but I really cannot decide between this watercolor pink background and then that rainbow watercolor painted stripe background. Now I know I want to use this gray dot paper as a border. I love the fact that it really matches my photos because my dog is black and the interior of the car is gray, so it helps bring that out, but I love the floral on the other side. So even though I don't normally gut my papers, I really felt I had to in this case. So for using the Caterpillar crop, which is what I use as my cutter, if you kind of zhuzh the paper underneath, you can manage to gut the papers, even though it's not the world's easiest. As you can see, I really am debating, do I want the pink side? Do I want the stripe side? I really wasn't 100% sure. I do finally decide to go with the rainbow stripe. I'm just cutting it on the pink side because it's easier to see where the 12x12 ends, as the stripe ended on a white. So there you go. I am going to trim this down as I have as I want a border. Now I will say I had a little issue with my lighting here, and I was trying to boost the colors. So the colors may be a little bit different than in my introduction. I think the light coming in through the window, like it went from fully sunny to partially cloudy, and I didn't realize when I was taping it. So when I was trying to fix it, I over fixed it. So if the colors are a little off, I do apologize. This is a beautiful collection, and the colors are really soft and pretty, and I think the colors just ended up being boosted a little bit too much during this portion of my video. So I've got my background paper down. Now in the papers, there is a rainbow paper that is almost exactly like this 3x4 card I'm trimming out right now that I'm going to use on my my layout. But I'm like, I have 3 photos. I'm going to cover up too much of this rainbow paper because it's just so stunningly beautiful and I love it so much that I'm like, oh, I would love to use this rainbow paper for my dog Sadie because she is a true rainbow of life. But I don't want to cover up too much of the rainbow. So when I found that 3x4 card, I'm like, perfect. I can use the rainbow on my layout, but I'm not covering it up with 3 photos. I will definitely be saving that rainbow paper for a 1 photo layout. So I'm going up and cleaning up the paper where has the floral, and I thought, well, maybe I should use the gray to bring that gray into the layout, but I'm like, no, A, I really like the floral, and B, there's enough gray in the photo that I actually don't need to bring that gray into the layout. It's brought enough simply by the photo. So what I do is I trim down the photo to match my 4x6, and now I'm going to go back and add some hickory smoke distress ink to all of my papers. I'm going to add it to my photo mat as well as the 3x4 card or 3x4 cut apart, and then I'm going to go back and try to get it on the rainbow paper as best I can since I've already glued it down to that gray paper. If you kind of go broadly across, it catches the majority of it, and I was fine with that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down at an angle. I'm going to layer one of the photos over my 4x6 and then have the other one next to it. I'm kind of going for a messy pile kind of thing, and I'm trying to decide where I want the 3x4 card to go. And I decide I'm going to go ahead and get my my photos down before I decide where the 3x4 is going to go. I'm also going to go ahead and add that doily in 2 different places. When I go to glue the first part of the doily down, I end up ripping a section off. It's fine. I'm going to be tucking that in for the most part. So what I end up doing is just ripping it off completely and then adding glue to it. So I'm having trouble getting it under here, and here is where I am having an issue trying to get this down, and it just does not want to go down. So you see I just tore it off, and then I'm just going to add some more glue to it here with some liquid glue, and then just kind of dab it through to keep it down. Now when I trimmed out that rainbow piece, I also trimmed out another of the border strips that was on that paper, and I don't end up using it, and I will explain that when I go to use it, but I just realized I never mentioned the fact that I did trim out that other piece as well. I did add that other half of the doily over there on the right hand side, and that's what I wanted to get down before I added my rainbow cut apart piece. And I love the way this ends up looking, and I realize I say that about every single video I do, but normally I really do like the pages I make. It's actually really rare when I don't really like a page. You know, don't always love every page I make, but I do normally like them. So now I'm starting to embellish. I've got the Happy Days die cut that I'm going to be using as my title. I also have that rainbow die cut, bringing in another piece of that rainbow. I'm then going to layer over the rainbow die cut the file tab. Oh my gosh, I forgot the word file tab, or words file tab, which is, I believe that was, so I've got two file tabs. One says So Sweet and one says So Lovely. One is a sticker, one is a die cut. I had originally thought of putting the two of them together, but I didn't want to cover up too much of that rainbow die cut. So I am going ahead and using one on one photo, one above one photo, and then one to the side of the other photo. And then over that cut apart, I then layered 3 of the word and phrase stickers from the Daydream collection. So here you see I've got that that cut apart strip, and what I'm really looking for is something to go over to the left of days, but I don't want any more words. Unfortunately, all of these flag and banner cut aparts that are there, anything that isn't a word, anything that's like that heart or that rainbow, they're all vertical and not horizontal. The only things that are horizontal are the words. So I decide that isn't going to work out because I've got the words So Sweet and Lovely, and I've got the words on the rainbow from the word and phrase stickers, and then I've got the title Happy Days, and I've reached my limit of words for this layout. So I go ahead and instead I fill that empty space with several of the hearts. Some are stickers, some are die cuts. When I make page kits like this and I put things on wax paper, I will often add liquid glue to the stickers, even though obviously they are stickers, simply because since I've placed them on the wax paper, that does remove some of the stick. So I am placing those little hearts, once again a mix of die cuts and stickers, along with the fabric heart, and then I put one above the word and phrase stickers that I put on the rainbow, and then I am doing my journaling over on the little center of the rainbow. I thought that was a cute place to put it. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my enamel dots, and I will explain what this layout is about. We are obviously in a car. My dog Sadie adores car rides, sometimes to the point where she's very well behaved and she almost always listens to what you say, which for a 17-year-old dog, she doesn't always hear what you're saying. But sometimes she gets it in her head that she is coming for a car ride, and she is coming for a car ride whether or not you have invited her to go on a car ride, and this is one of those cases. It's really funny because somehow she knows you are not going anywhere where I have to sit in the car. You are simply going somewhere where you are, dropping something off, or you're going through a drive-through for something. You have the ability to take me, so you, gosh darn it, are going to take me. So I've put down my enamel dots in 3 groups of 3, and I'm finishing this layout off with some Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine. I did make sure to cover up that fabric heart. I didn't want to get the color shine on the fabric heart, and that is going to finish off my layout. I'm checking off to make sure I got all my recipe pieces down, and that is the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to look into the description box to check out everyone else's videos, and if you hang out and you want to subscribe to my channel, there is a link at the end as well as a link to another video you may enjoy. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!